Yeah. So I took part in this race, and let me just share my screen. And I shared on my journey to the unknown uh, in Motivational Monday 119. Okay. So today the topic is actually, we are 205, and I'm talking about lessons from a leading lady. Okay. And I'm showing some slides from Motivational Monday 199, Journey to the Unknown, and this was Route 97. The Inhuman Race was 106 kilometers. Now, the organizers faced enormous, unexpected problems caused by the sudden flooding of the River Kwai. And so this was what it looked like at the finish point. The 106-kilometer finish was, completely underwater. And this is the top of the resort building. So, there were guests staying there. Obviously, they had to be evacuated because by the time we got there, was underwater. This is HT. Okay. Now, I came home with a great experience because for me, I was doing so many things for the first time. Okay. But one thing stood above all, and this was so the race was reduced to 34 kilometers, but never mind, I came home with a great experience. But one thing stood out above all, and this was the outstanding conduct of the lady who was the main organizer of the Route 97 event, PuAy. Okay. And this was a slide I showed a few weeks ago. I said PuAy, the leader. Immediately after my return to Singapore, I told her we would want to interview her on her remarkable leadership. And today I'm going to be interviewing her and sharing with you about what is so outstanding about her leadership. Okay. So this is we met her in Singapore. Okay, on Friday. So we grabbed that opportunity to interview her. Now, in Facebook, she appears as in the name PuAy, PuAy, okay? But her full Thai name is Supichaya Punawiroj, okay? Supichaya Punawiroj. And she explained, when I asked her, how did she get the name PuAy, she said, PuAy is my nickname, but PuAy is what my American friends named me because I talk a lot like a parrot. Okay, so now explains her name. Okay, anyway, so PuAy arrived in Singapore for the Ocean Cup races, which were held in Sentosa on Saturday and Sunday. And as I said, Huisuan and I grabbed this opportunity to speak to her live, face-to-face at Aloha Sea Sports Center. So those of you who paddle from Constant Wind, you know that sometimes we go a bit further and we actually turn around at Aloha. Okay. So this is Huisuan interviewing PuAy. Enjoy this interview.
Hello everyone, welcome to Motivational Monday. My name is Huisuan and this is my friend PuAy. PuAy is from Thailand. So I got to tell you, I knew her before I ever saw her face to face because we are Facebook friends. And I was attracted to this woman because I saw a picture of her stand-up paddling wearing a cheongsam. So I said, this woman, I think she's a bit unusual, must friend. So anyway, I've been watching her. And then James tells me he met her in Thailand during the Route 97, the Inhuman Race. And when he came back, he said, you gotta interview this lady. And I cannot believe it, but she's here this weekend for a race with the Thailand team. So before I say anything else, I better let her talk. PuAy, tell us who you are, what do you do? Yeah, your background, just a brief one about who you are, what do you do?
Alright, hi, I'm PuAy. I'm doing a few things in Thailand. I have two businesses. One is about construction and construction and interior design. The other one is a frozen food factory. So that are those are my main jobs. And also, I also do developing stand-up paddleboard as a sport in Thailand as well.
And she's very passionate about stand-up paddling.
Yes.
I think every weekend you are out there, right, paddling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I do events and stuff.
So
too,
you were one of the key organizers in the Inhuman Race.
I did mean to be, but I happened to be.
You didn't mean to be, but you got
I happened to be
seriously involved.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I heard and I saw pictures. There was serious flooding
yes.
during that race, and some resorts were like flooded until underwater, and you had to do so many things. Change the finish point, shorten the race at the very last minute. Seriously, this was crazy. How did you manage to stay calm and all this huge disruption, and what went through your mind, your thoughts, your feelings? I
At
know
the
you did
time.
very well, yeah, but tell us.
Actually, I have to mention my background. I have been through so many things in my life. I have been through brain surgery. I have been through like a very bad situation of my family business.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like under many losses, like 17 million Thai baht, you know, something like that. And I passed through everything from the support of my family. They all were like, yeah, just go chilling, play in the play in the playground, do whatever you want, relax, and just like make it happen. If you can't make it, let it go.
oh wow.
Yeah, and that's how I grew up with. So I'm always like, let's say, never really stressed out.
You are never stressed. Because-
Not really, I would say,
Wow.
from what I know. So that's like a very good background of myself with my family, and that's why like on the day it was such a hectic day, you know, so many things going on. I didn't get to sleep 2 nights to to watch out the water from every part of the of the river. It was very tough. I was worried. I was only thinking of one goal. I have one goal in mind, that like everyone has to be safe and have fun. So I have the second option that I will move everyone to the other place. No matter how much money I have to put in, everyone has to be happy, and at least they all have to be able to paddle.
Oh yeah.
Because so many foreigners fly
Yes.
in, you know.
Yeah.
Like almost 100 paddlers
Wow.
fly in. So I have no other choice. The only thing is like my mindset at the time was like to make everyone happy, and that's the main goal. Yeah, and also everyone also looking for work to paddle this river. I try my best to focus that, okay, how far I can go along the way that everyone is still safe and sound.
Yes.
You know, it was a very tough decision. I made it at like a very last minute.
Yeah, at least
Yeah, very
at least people got to paddle
Yeah.
34 kilometers.
kilometers instead
Yeah.
of 106.
No 106, but 34 is not bad, right?
But-
at least got a good experience.
Yeah, but then the water was supposed to be fast and flowing, but
But-
the day it was so slow.
So have to paddle very hard.
Yes, and when everyone at the finish line, they were like, I'm so glad that you made it only 34 kilometers.
have
this
died
time.
106,
I would have
is it?
died, something like that.
Yeah.
And everyone climbed up the stairs at the finish line and smiled.
Oh,
and that's when I
so
was
happy.
like, oh
Yeah,
my
actually I heard it
gosh.
was very tough.
Yeah, it was tough.
But
It
you
was
know,
tough.
I was very interested when James told me that at the end of the whole race there was supposed to be a party.
Yes.
But the kitchen was flooded. So, nothing could work. So they cancelled the whole banquet on you or something.
They actually canceled me, and
But-
I was begging them.
But it didn't work, but you still made it happen. You called some restaurant,
Yes.
and then wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
Like
Can
almost
you
2 hours away, and I was like, actually I have a very good relationship with everyone that I've
Wow,
met, you
good
know.
relationship.
Yeah, good relationship make a very good point. That's like a good connection, and I just gave her a call. She has a very busy restaurant, and she was like, since it's you,
Since it's you.
I'll make it for you. I was about to cry because I called her around like 4 o'clock.
What?
I
Only
called
4
her at
o'clock?
4 because the hotel called me at around 3:30
Wow,
to
that's
cancel.
incredible.
Yeah,
3:30 to cancel a party that was happening that night.
yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of things that I have prepared, like fireworks and stuff, I can do nothing about it, but the best thing I can do at the time is like just to make it happen as long as the electricity is on.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to ask you what leadership thinking led to those actions and outcome, but I think you already said a bit. But you just refuse to give up. You want to make it happen no matter what, right? So
Yeah.
you call.
I have my main goal in my mind that everyone has to be happy. That's it. And I think to be happy, we need to make the party happen.
I heard the party
No
was
other
fabulous.
choice. I tried.
You know, she even remembers to do things like birthday cakes for people who were celebrating the birthdays, and one of them was, of course, James was so pleased with his birthday cake, you know? It was a highlight.
I've been trying to be sincere with everyone since like everyone flying, you know, maybe some people don't know how much we appreciate
Yes.
all the efforts that everyone make, but
Yeah.
I do appreciate every effort, so I put every effort on
Yeah.
the event as well.
I mean, you know, nobody would blame you and say, oh, but what can Polly do? The weather is like that, right? So the race is cancelled. Huh? They told her 3:30 they cancel the party. There's no party. What can she do? But the fact is, you really wanted to make everyone happy, and through some miracle, and of course, people helped you, and it happened. So actually, my last question, because this is not supposed to be a very long interview, how did you develop to be such a resilient leader? I mean, seriously, what is your experience, and did you have people who coach you or influence you?
Actually, a person who influenced me since I was younger was my uncle.
Oh.
He's very patient, and he also never judge and never give up, and very reasonable to whatever we do. We just need our goal and just find a shortcut, to make it happen to make the goal success. Yeah, that's it. And but if we talk about the race on the Route 97 day, I'm not sure what I was thinking, but I just told everyone to smile. Just keep smiling, and everything will be good as long as our mind, our mindset, our mood is in a very good position. Yeah, just don't be mad. I can fix anything. I didn't even know if I could fix it, on the day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
I had no idea if I could fix it or not, but I told everyone that I can handle it, and that's it. And everyone were motivated. Yeah,
I can imagine you still smiling like this on that flooded weekend with 100 people waiting to see what happened.
and I felt bad for everyone, even James. Everyone were like, oh, hanging in there, waiting, what's going on,
Okay, so I think thank you very much for doing this interview last minute.
What did she learn?
So what did you, maybe just a last question, Sue. Was there anything you learned from this whole episode? What big learning did you have?
If you prepare yourself well, whatever happened on the day, you will have the least possible thing to do. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Because with this event, actually I have planned so well. I'm in detail in every single step, and even that on the day we still have a lot of mess. So many things going on, but but prepare well and take the action.
And be prepared to shift and move things when
just
the weather
be flexible.
be flexible as
Be
well.
flexible, but nothing much to learn from me, but one thing to learn for everyone to learn is flexibility to situations, and don't panic. Keep calm, very important. If you panic,
Okay, thank you so much for taking time to do an
I
interview.
hope it helps.
Oh, and we shouldn't keep you longer because there's dinner. So ladies and gentlemen, Polly, all the way from Thailand, one of the most awesome leaders I know, and I hope you learned something from today's Motivational Monday. Bye!
Thank you.
Wow, that was really something, wasn't it? That was really something special. Okay, so she was talking about preparing very, very well, and I think of this quote by Peter Drucker: "Management is doing things right, leadership is doing the right things." So part of servant leadership is great organization. Okay? And the Route 97 race was managed superbly from pre-registration way back months before to the day of the arrival of hundreds of international paddlers. But the real test of a leader is how he or she responds to crisis. Okay. After all, the manager deals with the known, the leader deals with the unknown, and there were so many unknowns there despite all the preparation. And you have an example of how someone reacts to crisis. And if you go through the 6 leadership distinctions that you learn on the leadership program in Asia Works, you will see that she managed it so well because she applied all the 6 distinctions. 100% is possible 100% of the time. If it's to be, it's up to me. Okay. Life is an enrollment game. Teamwork, team players committed to a common vision. That really happened. My vision and commitment dictate my actions, not my feelings, assessments, or evaluations. And of course, I honor my word with action. She promised to give everyone a good time, and she honored them. And I think with PuAy, there is a 7th distinction, and that is smile through it all. Okay, so I thank you for listening to this, and please, I thank PuAy for giving this interview, giving us this lesson, and please share in the comments below in this Facebook page your biggest lessons from PuAy, and I can pass her some of these lessons that you have learned from her.